Hi all,
Hello.
welcome back. So back in July we went to Spain for 2.5 weeks in this, our tag axle motorhome. We just wanted to share, for those who want to know,
Yep.
how much it cost. That is how much it cost us the way we did it.
Yes.
So we start with the ferry.
Yep.
Go on then.
Yeah, so you sailed from Plymouth to Santander on Brittany ferries. And the sailing, what time did you start? You got to get there.
4 in the afternoon it sailed.
We got there about 1 o'clock, didn't we? We got there early. And there's still lots of people before us, weren't they?
Yeah, but if I can just put in, when you book the ferry, you tell them your length.
Yes.
And because we're quite longer than some, they put you in an allocated area, which is right the other end.
Yeah.
So you're first on, first off.
Yeah.
That's where we've been the last 2 years, and
Yeah.
this is 8.5 metres. Last one was 7.5.
That was at the front as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So with all twin axle caravans and long car trailers with boats on and things, didn't there? There's lots of boats that went. Yeah.
So what I did forget to say was, you can go from Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Which is cheaper, but it just takes a bit longer. And we were limited, because we still work full time, to 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So we chose to go from Plymouth.
Yes.
Otherwise, we may have gone from Portsmouth.
Yeah. A bit longer for us to drive to Plymouth, isn't it? But it's a quicker crosser. So
Yeah.
that's fine. Only one night instead of 2 nights.
Yeah. And because we were driving straight down to Madrid,
Yeah.
as soon as we got off the boat at 1 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah.
with a stop at Lidl on the way, we decided to pay extra and have an overnight cabin.
Yes, we did. But we had a 4-berth cabin
Yeah.
with TV.
On Suet.
They're all on Suet anyway, aren't the cabins? And tea making facilities. But somebody told me that you'd only booked a 2-berth outside cabin without tea making.
Did?
You did. So who brought the kettle up from the motorhome and milk and cups and spoons and tea bags?
I think when I went to book it, I didn't book it. No, sorry. When we were looking, we didn't book it.
Yeah.
Then when I did go to book it, they were doing an offer on free upgrade or something like that. So that's why.
But forgot to tell me.
Excuse me. No, I forgot to say.
Yeah.
So it was a 4-berth cabin, outside cabin.
Yes.
Which means it's got a window.
Yes. And that was the most expensive bit of the holiday, at £1,477.40.
And that was with a discount at the time, as I said.
Yes.
Like I say, last year it was 7.5 metre long. This year we've got this one, which is 8.5 metre long. And that extra metre was an extra 90 quid.
So if you were a 9 metre, it'd be a bit more.
Possibly,
I'd imagine,
yeah. I know, because I think it's up to 9 metres, so our 8.5 is the same as a 9.
That'd be fine then.
And then if you want, you have to include if you have bike racks on the back or...
It's your full length of your vehicle.
Box on the back, yeah.
Yeah, the full length. Yeah. And height.
And height. So, food and drink on the ferry.
So we had dinner, didn't we? There and back. And it was 1 course for €12, 2 courses for €16.50, and 3 courses for €20.50. You just had 1 course, and I had a pudding, didn't I? Food's all right, but it can be a bit hit and miss, can't it?
Can, yeah.
Yours was actually quite nice this time, weren't it?
It wasn't bad.
You had lamb. I had fish and chips, I think.
We were warned that the English breakfast can be hit and miss, and it was.
Yeah. It was better this time round, though, wasn't it? But the croissants are lovely, though, aren't they?
I don't know. I didn't know.
Oh, yes, they're lovely. Croissants are.
Last year, the English breakfast was rubbish. So, you know when you're in the holiday mood, I said to myself, right, if we're going next year on the same boat, I'm not having a breakfast. I just have toast or beans on toast or something like that.
Well, you could have done. You could have had egg on toast.
I could have, but you're in holiday mode, aren't you? You're going to Spain for 2 weeks. So I fell for it. But it was all right this time, but it's not cheap. How much is a breakfast?
€8.50.
Yes.
For an English breakfast. And it's not a big plateful, is it?
No, it's not.
But,
it's not Benidorm prices.
No. But they do just use some deals. A croissant and a drink, I think, is €5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. I think it's €5 or €4.90 or something like that.
There's duty free on the boat.
Yep.
Did you buy anything? You buy perfume or something?
No, I didn't know.
No, you didn't.
It wasn't that cheap, actually.
Duty free normally isn't, is it?
Well, no, you can get some deals, normally at the airport. But no, it wasn't that. And there's a spa and there's a beautician. There's a nail. Have your nails done? I think it's I don't know if there's a hairdresser or not. I don't think there is.
There's a swimming pool.
Yes, bar.
In the bar.
Well, in one of the bars.
Put a picture just there. Incidentally, it is on the Bay of Biscay, so it can be a bit choppy.
Yeah, you do cross the Bay of Biscay.
The first year, was it coming back?
Coming back.
They emptied the pool.
Because it was sloshing about a bit, weren't it?
So I thought, bloody hell, it's going to be choppy.
It weren't bad.
And it was like this.
No, it wasn't.
So when you sit in your room, if you have a cabin, and you're sitting in the cabin and you can see the horizon where the sea level is, it goes like this.
Yes.
And then disappears, comes back up, disappears. Incidentally, this year we did see dolphins.
Yes.
You can regularly see dolphins
off the
if you're
front
lucky.
of the boat, wasn't it? It was nice. Yeah. Yes.
So we docked on time, which we left late. We left a bit late, I think.
Made up time, didn't we?
We made up time. They put his toe down. So we docked on time about 1 o'clock, and we were off the boat, through customs,
Yep.
and on the road in about 20 minutes.
Yes.
On the way to Ryan-Ossa.
Which is where Lidl is.
It is.
Yeah, we stopped there for. It's got a big car park. There's more than one motorhome in, weren't they? I think.
There's plenty of room there.
Yeah, plenty of room parked down the back. Don't we? But if there's no room, if there isn't any room, there's room outside because where a lot of trucks park on the side of the road, isn't there?
It's on an industrial estate.
Yeah, and it looks like it's an old road before they built the new road. So there's loads of room to park.
But it's right off the motorway,
Yeah.
as you'd expect services to be on our motorway. It's just off the motorway.
Yes.
And it was about an hour to an hour and a half off the boat.
Yes.
Prices in there?
I stocked up, spent, what was it, €78? And that was on all sorts, weren't it? Drink and food.
Beer's cheap.
Yeah. Potatoes weren't actually, they were quite expensive. €4.89 for the 3 kilograms of potatoes. Coca-Cola's expensive.
Coca-Cola's expensive, so next year, we will go next year.
Yeah.
We will take Coke.
Well, we did take some, but
Excuse me.
Didn't we?
We'll take more Coke.
A lot more Coke. Like
Because it
24
is
cans.
expensive.
Yes.
It is expensive.
Yeah. Went straight to Madrid from there, didn't we?
Yeah, it was straight to Madrid. We got to Madrid about 5:30
And it was,
in the afternoon, so that's not bad. We got off the boat at 1 o'clock.
yeah. Lidl stop.
Stopped at Lidl's,
And
had lunch.
And a fuel stop as well.
Yeah, so we probably stopped for an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Didn't do too bad, did we?
no, probably would have took us 3.5 hours to get to Madrid. Which don't seem bad.
No.
Right in the centre of Madrid.
Yes.
So we pulled up at the campsite.
It was cloudy, weren't it?
It was cloudy,
But hot.
36 degrees.
But cloudy. Yeah.
Was it cloudy? I
It
don't
was.
think
It was, yes.
Oh, anyway, so it was a bit... It weren't humid though, was it?
No.
Anyway, we pulled on the pitch, plugged in the electric, because we had electric there, and switched the aircon on, had a bit of dinner and went bed.
Yes. Right, so when you get to the campsite, they'll give you a map and you can go and choose your own pitch. And it's €44 a night, and that includes electricity. But it is, and we know it's expensive, but it's right in the centre, isn't it? And it's right 10-minute walk to the metro station. And some shops and some cafes.
Yeah.
And right next to a big park as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it there.
Yeah.
I mean, some people don't.
And it's, what else has it got? It's got food, little shop. They do fresh croissants and bread and fresh meat, fresh eggs.
Bar.
Yeah, bar, and a little mini beach area and music at night, don't they?
Plunge pool.
Yeah, plunge pool. Yeah, no, it's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Obviously, the normal facilities as well, like toilet, showers, washing machines, washing facilities. grey waste.
We did get a few people say to us, why would you pay that? Well,
location.
It's a location. It was 10-minute walk to the metro station and 15 to 20 minutes on the metro.
Yeah,
something like
depending
that.
how far you want. No, perhaps not even as long as that, actually.
Right into the centre. It's a secure campsite.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why we stopped there. We weren't going to stop in somewhere we didn't know just to be...
We've been there before, haven't we? There's all nationalities there, isn't there? All nationalities.
And we parked next to an Australian lady last year.
Yeah.
Who had quit her job, bought a motorhome, and she would tour in Europe.
With a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd been around Scotland, actually, funnily enough, and...
Yeah, they were cold.
They were cold. It was July, and they were cold, so they decided to go to Spain.
Yeah, so like we said, 10-minute walk, just up the road, isn't it, to the metro station?
Yep.
They run about every 5 minutes, and it cost us €9.10 for 10 trips, but we already had a metro card, and if you hadn't got a metro card, I think it weren't much to get it. about €2, or I can't remember.
It's cheap.
Yes.
It's cheap, so you can hop off and on.
Yes. Did, yes. Went in twice, didn't we?
Yeah. Obviously, Madrid itself can be expensive. It's a major city.
Well, it depends where you go, doesn't it? Yeah, so the first day we went in, didn't we? Went in a bit later, and we got lunch from this Mercado de San Miguel.
That was a mistake going in a bit later.
Yeah, it was very busy, weren't it?
We didn't get in there till near on lunchtime.
No.
It was very busy, very hot. So the next day we went earlier, didn't we?
Yes.
It actually got to 40 degrees that day.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you're walking around a city and carrying a backpack and loads of tourists, as we were, but it just gets too busy. So go into Madrid early.
Yeah, but it depends on people. Not everyone likes a load of people. So why would you go to Madrid if you don't like people?
No, I don't mind people. It's just... It gets too crowded and you can't see as much as you would if it wasn't so crowded.
But we have to do our trip to the famous Primark. Primark.
Yes. So I'll put a few pictures of Primark here because it's very impressive. It's one of the best I've ever been in.
Yeah, it's not like a jumble sale anyway.
It isn't hard to make a Primark look nice. Nicer than it is.
It's nice, wasn't it? Impressive building.
Right, so the next day, we were up early.
Yep. Going to...
About 8 o'clock.
Benidorm.
On our way to Benidorm. So we dropped the grey waste, emptied the Elson.
Filled up with water.
Some people were coming on and blocked us in, so we had to wait for them. And anyway, it was
busy.
It was about 10 when we left. It must have been.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Didn't see much traffic. I mean, it's busy in Madrid, but it just flows.
It's not like it wouldn't be like driving in London or anything. It's not like that.
It's not like the M25 all the way around the outside, and everywhere else is the ring road and stuff.
No,
it's motorways to everywhere. So you're straight on a motorway and gone.
Yeah, there were no queuing, was there?
No.
No.
So we stopped for fuel.
Yeah, stopped for lunch.
And got to Benidorm.
Sometime in the afternoon, didn't we?
Yeah, mid-afternoon.
Probably.
Maybe mid-afternoon. Nothing on the roads.
No.
And that road between Madrid and Benidorm is beautiful. There's all sunflowers, you go through the mountains. There's no traffic on the road. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that drive next year if we go back. Fuel was... roughly at the time of July, £1.58 a litre, is that? Yeah, £1.58 a litre.
Yeah.
Euros, sorry.
Yeah, euros.
€1.58 a litre.
Yeah, that was on the motorways though, wasn't it? It'd be cheaper if you went off the motorways, yeah.
It was roughly the same price in the centre of Benidorm. There's a BP.
Yeah, that was the same.
And it's roughly the same price there. So last year we did go off the track, because we went between Burgos and Valencia and it was in the middle of nowhere. And we had to go into a village because we were desperate for fuel and it was cheaper there.
Yes.
So you can find it cheaper if you really want to.
Yeah. Yeah. So we stayed at Camping Racco.
As everyone does.
Yes. And that was €36 a night, but not including electricity. That's metered. So if you didn't want to use the electricity, you didn't have to. It would cost you €36 a night. But it's a great location, isn't it?
Mm.
Just up the hill, near Benidorm Palace. Not far, just around the corner from there. There's a swimming pool. Well, there's 2 swimming pools on site. It's a restaurant, a bar. Shop. Nice little shop. They sell a few English products as well.
Receptionists are always nice.
Yeah, they all speak very good English.
Yeah, and they always help you out the best way they can.
Yeah, especially when someone couldn't find the keys to the motorhome.
Yeah, that's another story for another... It was actually on the video, wasn't it?
Yes.
Spain video.
You'll have to watch it.
Yeah, you'll have to watch that to see what she did wrong.
No, what you did wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Don't do with me.
So you pull up, they'll give you a list of all the pitches that are free.
Yep.
You leave your motorhome there. There's not loads of room, but you leave your motorhome there, go and have a walk round, and bearing in mind there's 200 odd pitches or something. No, there's more than that, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, a lot more than that.
A lot more than that.
Obviously, there's permanent pitches there, so you can't go and choose any one.
I can't remember how many pitches, but I'll put it down here now. So it's a big place. It's a big place. So we found a pitch, got on the pitch. It was right next to where they're building Audi, which Sarah will tell you more about in a minute. So it was a bit noisy, but we weren't that bothered because we weren't spending much time on site. So shopping in Benidorm.
Right. So when we're in Benidorm, we have to do the supermarket shops. So the nearest one at the time to Racco would have been Iceland, but it's expensive there because it's English products.
Imported, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're very expensive.
Yeah.
So we went down to the Massy Mass, which is just a bit further down the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that was all right. It was just a nice supermarket, had fresh bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. They had a butcher's counter, had a fish counter. Yeah, it was nice there.
It's nice in there, but some people don't like Spanish bread.
You have to be careful to choose the right one. Some of them can be quite sweet.
Yeah. So...
choose your right one, you're fine.
You know, we're not knocking you if you want to go to Iceland and pay a bit extra because...
if you enjoy that, we don't mind paying the prices.
You want to increase your comforts, then you're willing to pay for them, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to bankrupt you, but you won't want to do a full shop there, put it that way.
No, unless that's what you want.
No.
But right next door to Camping Racco, they're building an Audi, which should have been finished now. I don't know if it's open yet, but it's due to open this month, or November.
Which we're in now.
And just down the road near that Massy Mass, they're building a Lidl.
Yes.
As well.
I don't think that'll be open yet.
No, they were taking the time with that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Audi, well, they were knocking it up really fast, weren't they? And it looks big, and it's going to have a big underground car park as well.
Yes, it is. Right, breakfast in Benidorm, which we only ate out breakfast once.
I think it was once, yeah.
But we always go to the same place. Well, we don't go out that often, but the Corner Bar.
Yep.
Shout out for the Corner Bar, which is right next to the Lidl.
Where they're building the new Lidl, yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All English products.
Yes. And cheap.
Yeah, well.
I'll put the menu up now.
Yeah.
I'll get to beer in a minute, drinking out. But the beer there was very nice. Very nice. Because it's hard to find a nice pint in Benidorm nowadays, especially if you want it cheap.
So, we ate out, didn't we, every day? Because we're on holiday.
No, there's a reason for that. If I can just tell you the reason. Camping Racco is 1.3
Say it again.
1 mile, 1.3 kilometres from Racco, excuse me, straight down to the beach. So, to get to the new town, it's like half an hour walk, isn't it? To get to the old town, an hour? Something like that, anyway.
Yeah, well, that's not an hour.
So if we went out, we generally didn't go back and have lunch. And Sarah couldn't be asked to do some cheese sandwiches, so...
Rude. I'm on holiday.
No, we did eat out at lunch.
Yeah.
So you can do it cheaper than this, but we ate out for lunches.
Yes. Yes, and the drinks as well. So
We can't have a lunch without a drink, can you, boys?
You can, yes, you can. So we liked the Cayman bar, didn't we? Because you could sit there on the front and people watch. And the food, it was nice, wasn't it? Massive portions. You're going to put pictures just here, aren't you?
Yes.
And you liked the hot dog, didn't you? Which was €7.
Yeah.
And I had the wraps, but they were massive. In the end, we thought, we'll have one between us, didn't we?
And we did, yeah. Not because we're tight, because we couldn't eat it.
No, it was just massive portions, weren't it?
Now, that Cayman bar, we've been going in there 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And it's always been good.
Yeah.
And it's a nice pint.
Staff are nice as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Just on the beer then, while we're on food and drink. All along the front, last year wasn't as bad, but this year, the beer seemed to be flat and crap. I'm not talking the expensive ones as well, because the glasses were just plant plot glasses.
Plant
pot glasses. So, I don't know about you, but I like a pint that looks like this and not like this. And the reason for that is I like it with a bit of life. I can't stand it flat. So we found in the Cayman bar and other bars, Coors, which wouldn't be my first pick of beer, but beer's beer and sun. And they gave you a pint like that, which was a perfect pint. And I can't remember how much it was, €3.50?
Yeah, something
Tended
like that.
to be €3 to €3.50. So if you go off the front, you can get it for €2. They're not always brilliant.
And some bars were even €1.
Yeah, there were, and you won't want that. Right, so next, eating out at night, which we didn't do a lot of.
No, we tended to cook on the
But
caddo.
we did meet our friends Paul and Julie there, so we went out.
We went to the Chinese, our favourite, China Garden, twice.
Yeah, very nice.
So they do like set menus, don't they, for a certain price, where you get starter, a main, ice cream, and a drink.
Yeah.
I think for either €10, €12, €15.
Yes.
Depending what you want on it. But we just ate off the normal menu. So we spent about €30 each time. But that was with drinks as well.
Yeah, a couple of pints, couple of drinks.
Yeah, the food's always good. Service is always good. Food's always hot.
It is good.
Reasonable.
It can be quite busy, but we've seen a few queue in, but not... Maybe we've been at the wrong times, I don't know, but not too bad.
Yeah.
We only waited 5 minutes at the very most when we queued.
Yep.
First time we went.
Yeah, no.
And that place is right opposite the Red Line pub.
Yes. The Red Line on the Rincon Deluxe, not the one on the Strip.
No. Sister Red Line.
Yes.
The other Red Line.
Yes.
So back to Racco. What did that cost?
So €36 a night. So originally we booked it for 6 nights.
Yeah.
Then we decided to stay another 2 nights. So we extended and got a discount off. So it cost us €30 a night, I think. Something like that. And then we decided to stay another 2 nights. So we ended up staying for 10 nights. Yeah. And you pay for your electricity use when you check out. And it cost us €71. But that was because we had the aircon on all night. And when we were there in the day, all the time we were there. Wasn't it? We had it on a lot. And that's why. And our fridge was running on it. And
both fridges. We had two
fridges. And they were both running on it.
And they were working hard because it was hot.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly. It was either 45 cents or 50 cents a kilowatt.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And per night, didn't you get got 2 kilowatts free or something included? I can't remember what it was. Or was that if you're a permanent pitch? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't take that for granted. Gospel, sorry. So yes, if we go back to Benidorm next year, which we probably will, we will stay there at Racco. We can recommend that.
Yes.
We were due to move to Valencia and then go to Zaragoza, but things happened and we just decided to stay there.
So we drove, when we left Benidorm, we drove to Madrid, had a night stop.
Yeah.
At the same campsite again.
Yeah.
And they remembered us. And then we went to the ferry from there. So it was about...
It was a long 2 days driving, but...
Yeah. Although, my friend's just done it.
Yeah.
They're probably still on the ferry now, aren't they? They went from Santander to Portsmouth. They drove all the way from Benidorm all the way up to Santander and stayed the night in Santander before the boat. They did 10.5 hours it took them.
Yes.
But that's with stopping a few times. And
I suppose you could...
And there was a lot of roads that were closed, apparently, as well.
You could say that if you do that, you're losing a day driving.
But they'd been there a month.
Yeah. So if they'd been there a month, then you could break it up instead of being on the road for a full day. But
they wanted to spend time with Benidorm.
It's November now, so July is a bit different. It's quite a bit hotter in July. Yeah. So driving for 10 hours in July.
Yes. Well, we shouldn't normally take 10 hours, really. But we should take 8.
No.
But there was roads closed, so that's why.
Right, so what did we spend for all of that? £3,332.85.
For 2.5 weeks.
For 2.5 weeks. So to break it down, the ferry was...
£1,477.40.
Food and drink?
It was the second expensive, £867.78.
And that includes food and drink.
That's all your drink. That's all your beer.
All supermarket trips and eating and drinking out. So if we hadn't have ate and drank out in Benidorm so much, it would have been an awful lot.
It'd have been £1.50.
Campsites.
£584.88.
Again, you could do that cheaper.
Yes.
But they're the campsites we decided to go on.
Yes.
Fuel.
£340.63. We filled up 3 times. And about how many miles did we drive?
1,600 and something.
Yeah.
So that's not... I think it did about 23 to the gallon.
Yeah, not bad. Considering some good hills as well.
Very good hills. Gifts.
Yes.
Why do you buy people things?
Because I do. £53. 28 pence.
That's an expensive stick of rock.
Didn't buy any rock.
Okay. Tickets, travel tickets.
£7.67. So that was the metro in Madrid.
Tolls. Now, we were quite lucky with the tolls because one of them was closed coming out of Madrid.
Yes, and another one was as well somewhere.
Not closed as in you can't get through it. Unmanned and not working. And it said just go through it.
So it cost us a very expensive £1.61.
Yes. Now, we know tolls can be more expensive in France. So this is what it cost us for our holiday.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you can do it a lot cheaper. Some people do 3 months on £3,000.
Yes, and you might be a bit unfortunate and have to have maintenance on the van or... Whatever. So, insurance, we had insurance through the bank.
Yeah. Which also included European breakdown cover with the AA, didn't it?
Nationwide. So you can have a special account, if you look into it, look on the website.
It's a paid account.
Yes, you have to pay
so much a month. Is it £13 a month?
Something I think it might have just gone up. But anyway, what you get is breakdown cover on all your vehicles.
Yes, not just motorhome.
European breakdown cover.
Mm-hmm.
Insurance on your mobile phones.
Yep.
You get a card to use abroad where you pay 0 commission and you have the bank's exchange rate.
Yep.
So, yes, we can recommend that. And if you've got kids, it insures their mobile phones as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's other stuff you get, but I can't remember. Free travel insurance.
Yes.
For as many trips as you like.
Yeah.
For the 12 months. So, yes, it's a good scheme.
Yeah.
So you can't get breakdown cover and insure your mobile phone for £18 a month, I wouldn't say.
It's not £18 a month.
£13 a month.
Yes.
Whatever it is, I'll put it down here.
Yeah.
So you can't get that insurance for that, and you get so much extra as well.
It's Nationwide Flex Plus.
Yes. Right, so that's it.
Yes.
I hope you got what you wanted and it was helpful.
If not, ask for it. Put something in the comments. We'll answer.
Yes, you can ask us anything. We didn't take any pets, so we don't know anything about pet fees or anything like that. But anything else, we can answer the questions the best way we can.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the videos.
Yes.
They might give you some more ideas of travelling through Spain.
Yep.
In the meantime,
adios.
Subscribe.
And adios.
I've not finished yet.
Come on, hurry up then.
subscribe, please. Press that button up there and subscribe. It don't cost anything, and it helps us waffle on like this to you. So, yes, go back and watch the videos. Join us next year for another tour.
Yes.
See you then.
Adios.
Bye-bye.